Everybody's screaming bubble again. The same song we heard in 1999, the same song we heard in 2008, same song we keep hearing. But what if the crash they're warning you about already happened? What if the real danger isn't owning great companies? It's waiting for the long fall. What if you missed the rise? Think about that for a second. Everybody is complaining about the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble, the bubble. And that in itself is scaring so many people out the market. Right now, they have so much money sitting on the side. But what if I told you the reason why the money is on the side? Because yes, stocks are expensive right now. But guess what? Great companies that's printing real profits, they're not cheap. So if you turn on any financial show, everyone is comparing this to the dot-com bubble. Back then, the internet was the shiny new thing. Today, it is AI. Yes, 7 companies have carried the market. And yes, headlines said we're overdue for a crash. But here's the truth. We've already had multiple crashes. February 2020, the S&P 500 was down 34%. The NASDAQ 31%. The Dow Jones 37%. In 2022, the S&P 500 down 25% at its low. The QQQ 21%. Those are real bear markets, y'all. What if I told you the reset already happened? But let's go a little even further. Let's talk about 2025, this year alone, at its peak. The NASDAQ down 22%. The S&P down 14%. The great crash that everyone is talking about, y'all, you've experienced it. But before I get any further, man, let me just say something to y'all, man. I need you to like, I need you to subscribe, I need you to really tap into this one. Let's get this one to 2,000 likes. I got a perspective that's really going to blow your mind if you really tap in. Just hear me. Just hear me. This is not financial advice. This is truly, truly just my perception on the market. Then versus now. Hype versus health. Just hear me. In 1999, companies had websites and dreams, no cash flow. Today, AI leaders have something that dot-com bubbles didn't have, or dot-com companies didn't have: profits. Let's just talk numbers for a second, because I'm all about the data. I'm all about making sure that we just not throwing stuff out here. I'm all about making sure that you all get real data. So, NVIDIA's PE right now is 52. In 2020, it was 81. Amazon right now is 32. 2020, it was 92. Meta, PE, right now, 25. Back then, it was 29. Tesla, right now, 256. Back then, it was 800. Actually, on the other side, Apple's PE ratio right now is 37. In 2020, it was 33. Google's PE right now is 26. 2020, it was 28. Trap, what are you saying? What I'm actually saying is the PE ratio for some of these great companies that we are calling expensive have actually come down. The reason why they've come down is because profits have exploded. This is not a bubble. Listen to me. That's growth catching up to price. Now, here's what I'll say. Stocks are expensive, 100%. But they're expensive for a reason. They're producing real cash, real innovation, and real dominance. And so when you think about that, that has a price. Are there companies that is fueling this? 100%. But we got to ask ourselves this question, and it's something that I really want to get into. In the dot-com bubble, you had companies like Radio Shack, Pets.com, Circuit City, right? Anybody that had a website, anybody that wanted to have a website, people were buying. There was no such thing as too expensive. Well, today, actually, we're buying a dip now more than ever, which means investors have actually gotten quite clever. They understand that the Palantirs are 700, 800 PE ratio. So they're saying, yo, let it dip. Palantir will never come down to a 47% PE ratio. It just won't happen. There's a price you have to pay for growth. Now, is it expensive? 100%. When you look at a company like Palantir, just think about it for a second. Government leases, line them up. Blow earnings out the water, blow revenue out the water, gave stronger forward guidance. Profit is going crazy. Backlog is looking good. I promise you, this is truly not, it is expensive. But I think they use the word bubble as a fear tactic, y'all. Every generation has investors who sit out, who wait out, who says everything is expensive. And those people, they wind up just always missing out. They miss the recovery. They chase when it's safe right before the next dip. The market punishes hesitation more than the mistakes. This is why I'm not saying ignore the risk. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying prepare, not pause, because corrections are normal and survival is the thing that saves us. I just want to say something that's real dope, that's real cool. But if you listen to me well, I'm going to talk about some companies that we can think about, some companies that we can buy, some companies that we can weather the storm with. But you got to listen to me. And I know y'all gonna go off on me. Trap, you tripping, you crazy. Yes, I'm aware we have a lot to worry about. But I'm just saying we can't keep blaming AI when we actually have companies that are raking real money, companies that are producing real profits. Now, of course, crashes happen. Of course, pullbacks happen. Of course, corrections happen. But look at the companies that's driving the market. But I want to give you some perspective. What I want to do is I want to say, okay, check this out. Here's how you prepare. You buy great companies that have increase in revenue, companies that have increase in earnings, but companies that are more stable, not so much affected. So the first company I want to talk about is O'Reilly's, ticker symbol ORLY. Think about what people must spend on even in recessions. Their cars. Well, O'Reilly's, they sell the parts that keep America driving. 6,000 stores, consistent buybacks, margin rises each year. During 2008, when the market crashed, 38% was what O'Reilly stock went up. They have pricing power, zero tolerance on hype, and a history of thriving when people wallets are tight. Almost like AutoZone, but I'm gonna go with O'Reilly because it's cheaper. BJ's, it's a better version, it's a lesser version of Costco's. When consumers get nervous, they hunt for value. BJ's is the sweet spot, cheaper than supermarkets, but more flexible than Costco. Membership renewal rates, 90%. They expand food staples while cutting costs through automation. Inflation helps them out, not hurts them, because people trade down and they start the bulk shop. And one I got for you that you really not think about is Nestlé. That's right. It's a quiet power. 2,000 brands across 180 countries. Coffees, pet care, health nutrition, essentials. They cross every cycle. Half the revenue comes from recurring everyday habits. That's not sexy, but it's a fortress. Strong dividend history, pricing control, global reach. Exactly what outperforms when growth gets slow. These are the companies that don't just survive the storm, they actually sell umbrellas. Now, what I'm saying, if you want to position yourself in a situation when everyone is scared, this is how you do it. There's perspective and positioning. So yes, AI is the new internet, 100%. But this time the infrastructure, the profits, and the data are real. So could we correct again? Of course, we're probably going to do it. Markets breathe in and out. It has to happen. But every breath in between has been made where patient investors get wealthier. So you build your core resilience, O'Reilly, BJ's, Nestlé, and you let your growth live in innovation. This is how you play both sides. Protection and participation. You feel me? We protect ourselves and we participate. So we compound. And I just want us to understand that. In 1999, it was about speculation. In 2025, it's about transformation. Transformation into profits, and that's the difference. The next decade won't belong to the loudest headlines. Nope. It'll belong to the calm investors who stayed invested, diversified, and were disciplined. Because the market really does not reward panic, it rewards patience. One of my guys always says market is a patient man's game. So the real crash, I truly believe, it happened. 100%. And I know they keep saying, there's a recession on the way, there's a recession on the way. Well, they happen too. It's part of the game. It's part of being an investor. I'm just saying in this video, don't get caught up in the hype to where you miss out on buying these beautiful pullbacks. Don't miss these great companies that are actually building America. So when these companies go on sale, you buy more. When these companies pull back, you buy more. The people keep saying, the market is expensive, the market is expensive. Because there's a price to pay for luxury. There's a price to pay for freedom. There's a price to pay for wealth. And sometimes the market gets real emotional and they give us these great companies at discount prices. The same people that saying the market need to crash is the same people that didn't buy NVIDIA in February when it was $83. They didn't buy Palantir at $8. They didn't buy Palantir at $16. They didn't buy it at $47. They didn't buy it at $72. And now they're the same one saying it's too expensive now that it's $190 something. It is only $190 something, $180 something because why? People got mad. They got mad that he's that damn good. And so I want you to understand, don't miss this amazing opportunity because you keep people saying the market is overextended. The market always recovers. It has to. It's part of the plan. It's going to recover. And I need you to let your portfolios recover with it. I need you to make the money while the market is printing the money. I need you to position yourselves, not just for now, but for the next generation. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. I hope this video really helped y'all out. It's just me giving you some perspective on what's ahead. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get sold on the sideline. Don't get sold on the headlines. Don't let these people put you in a box. Don't let these people make all their money while you're still on the sidelines. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this video out because I truly think this is one of the ones that's going to truly change the game for everybody. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Salute.